we're in Negaim Parak Yudalid Mishnah Hey. We're continuing to discuss the process of the tahara. Right now, we're going to go into detail about each part, each element of the process of the korbanot of the taking. And let's go back to the psukim that we saw. Remember, we saw that the Kohen commands that he takes shtei tzipurim chayot, 2 live birds, eitz erez ushni tolat ve'ezov. Okay, and there an eitz erez, it's a cedar piece of cedar wood, shni tolat, a piece of wool crimson dyed ve'ezov, and hyssop tree, as we'll see, and we're going to go into it in more detail. So the Mishnah says these 2 birds, shtei tzipurim, these 2 birds, okay, mitzvatam shu shavot b'mar'eh, they have to look the same, ubekoma, and they have to be the same height, ubedamim, they have to be the same price. Why? Dilich levrachmana tzipurim, because it says you should yikach tzipurim, umi'ut tzipurim shtayim, and the minimum is 2. Of course you have to take 2. Shtei de katav rachman, it says shtei tzipurim. Let's look at the psukim. It says shtei tzipurim. Since it says shtei tzipurim, why does it say 2? Lamali alelamed shu shteim shavot. Teach you that they have to be the same. This is very reminiscent, by the way, of the 2 goats that are taken on Yom Kippur. A lot of similarities. Very interesting to study. Uliki chatam ka'achai, you should buy them at the same time. It should be the same height, same money. Afa pisha enam shavot, but if they're not the same, kshirot. Meaning, ideally, lechatchila, they should be the same. If they're not, that's fine. Lakach achat hayom ve'achat lemachar. Kshirot. You bought one today, one tomorrow? Okay, what can you do? Kshirot, it's fine. Shachat achat mehem v'nimseit shalodor. If you slaughtered one of them, it turns out shalodor. We said it to be tzipor dror. Now, we translated tzipor dror as an undomesticated bird. So, but I looked it up, and there's a halachapedia. Okay, and it turns out tzipor dror is a very specific kind of bird. The sparrowhouse in English, it's a passer domesticus, house sparrow. Very specific, very small bird. And there's a whole discussion. You can look it up on the halachapedia of, I don't remember this is, Machon HaTorah Ba'aretz. If you want to, and if you go down, you can see they have a whole discussion for Tarat Mitzorah. And they learn, Chazal say, okay, that they have to be tziporei dror. Specifically, the birds have to be what's called tzipor dror, as we said, but tzipor dror is not an undomesticated bird, it's a sparrow. And then they learn out, Chazal, with Torat Kohanim, it says it has to say a certain kind, it has to be found, bichutz la'ir, v'zo tzipor dror. And he learns that in Torat Kohanim, in the Midrash. So, Midrash Halacha, so it has to be this kind of sparrow. I didn't know that. So anyway, if you find that it's not dror, I guess it's not undomesticated, it's not this kind of bird. If you shechted and realize, oh, we bought the wrong bird, yikach zug l'shniya, then you buy another one for the pair for the second one. Harishona mutar la'achila, and the first one you can eat because you slaughtered it for the process, but I'm not going to waste a bird. You slaughtered it, okay, so fine. Shechata v'nim say treifa. Let's say you slaughtered, it turns out it's a treifa, it's not kosher. It wasn't going to survive. It had a blemish or a defect. Yikach zug l'shniya, you should buy a pair for the second one. Harishona mutaret b'hana, and you can benefit from the first one. It's not asur b'hana. You can't eat it, but you can, give it to your cat. Nifshpach hadam. If the blood gets spilled out, i.e. it got wasted, you lost the blood of the slaughtered one, then tamut hamishtalachat. Then the other one you can't use. It's pair, meaning you slaughtered the blood in order to dip the mishtalachat, the other one, in its blood, but it got lost. It got spilled out. It didn't go into the bowl. You missed. Then tamut hamishtalachat, the one that gets sent away, has to be killed. Meaning, Bartura says, Yenichena achet tamut me'ala. You leave it until it dies. Meta mishtalachat. Let's say you slaughtered and then the other one dies. Yishapeh chadam. You have to spill out the blood and you have to start again. All right, we'll stop here. Dedicate our learning to memory of my father, Rav Simcha ben Yitzchak Kalman. Make it a great day.